What is good, everyone? It is time for Selection Sunday. It's round one, and I cannot wait to get started. I am your host, Nathaniel Shook, CEO, and founder of ReBorn Gaming, and I'm so happy you're here today. We're gonna have some fun. I have a new setup here. We're in the closet. Yay. For more of a sound proofing thing, I want to put this over my head, but I'm not sure. I think as it is now, it's decent, and we're gonna leave it the way it is. I cannot wait to get into it. We're gonna have a great day today, as we're gonna go through the first round of, you guessed it, Selection Sunday, where we get to see the new teams coming out. We already were told about the 5. We got Dignity, Primordials, we got Thanatos, we got Cerberus, and we got a bunch of teams. Majesty, I even forgot about Majesty. And we even got a minor league system, which I cannot wait to show you guys what's going to happen there. But so, without further ado, we're going to get right into it, and we're going to kind of discuss what we're going to see here in Selection Sunday. Essentially, when we restructured teams, we changed the things around. This is actually getting hot. I'm actually put this on. So we actually changed things around team-wise with members on each team. Along with their, who they're with, to kind of balance out the point distribution that we're kind of witnessing here. We noticed last season there was a good deal of players that were exceeding expectations in regards to points, and really kind of like secluding. It's like the top 5 or top 6, even like top 7, honestly, and the rest kind of fell off. There's a massive point differential there, and so we wanted to find a way to kind of close that gap, not necessarily on the individual side of things, but rather from the team perspective, and be able to kind of foster more, growth with the younger players, with the maybe beginner players, not necessarily younger, and then to make sure that the teams are helping one another, and that we have a good team feel. I feel like last time was good, but it could have been better, meaning it was more focused on the individual aspect of things rather than the actual team stuff. And so we're all going to be moving that. So people are going to be shifting to different teams. So sorry, Brad, you were on Odyssey. It's a sick logo, but Odyssey doesn't exist anymore. A few other teams that were... so let's use Divinity, for instance. Divinity is not a main team. It's not like the head team. It's now a minor league team for Majesty. So a lot of those other teams that you may have been on might have been slotted into the minor league system. And that's just how it goes. But without further ado, we're going to go. We actually had already recorded this way early on with some of the own top 10 players in Dr. Phil, who was on Cerberus. We have, was also, I believe, we had Apostle, who was on Thanatos, and we even had the captain himself, the captain of all captains. It was Slamist for Majesty. And so we got a lot of other, a lot of different now team combos. It's going to be different. Okay, it's going to be completely different. And we also had teams kind of, we structured teams. I got it from different other sources, kind of how to structure them based on the points, also based on growth that we saw, and then also by attendance. So you're going to see a lot of that. Again, this isn't a final product by any means, and a lot of these teams are going to shift and change as the season goes on. That's to be expected, and we got things in place in order to help with that. So without further ado, we're actually getting right on into it. The music is not blasting, but it's in the background. And our first team we're actually going to put on the block right now, it's going to be Primordial. Now, Primordials last year, I think their star player was Echo. And so Echo's been phenomenal. If you don't know, it's Justin Akine. So the Primordials are going to be looking for anybody right now. They're the fresh team. They're the first pick. And we honestly picked them for different colors, but we're going to see what they pick. This should be an easy pick, honestly, if we're really thinking about last year and how everything went. I expect, honestly, Bread to go first. This should not be a big deal. And we'll wait for their pick to be in. They got about a 60-second just to confirm with me that that's what we're going to do. We're not making any other changes. Let's see. Yeah, hey, there it is. Selection's in. And we're going to see what Primordials picked up first for round one, the first pick of the draft, aka Selection Sunday. It's your boy, Bread. Yep. the Snake Master himself. Now, this is a great pickup for Primordials. It's probably the only pickup they should have been thinking about. Bread is both good in doubles and singles and has a very unique playstyle in regards to his character in conjunction with, in comparison to everyone else in the field. So, this is a good pickup. There's nothing really else to say. Congratulations, Bread. You are the #1 pick in the Selection Sunday draft, and you go to Primordials. Next in line is actually Dignity, my old team. And we're going to see if they actually picked me initially. I'm not so sure, but we're going to get right into it. So, Dignity, you were on the clock at about 60 seconds. Now, they can go a couple different directions here with who they want to pick up. Dignity is a team that had Shook as their primary player. He's not, I'm talking about myself, yeah, but he's not the greatest in regards to like full package systems. He was ranked, I think, #6 at the end of the year, myself. And so the big things to take away with Shook is that he was a good doubles player, kind of choked in singles. And so we're going to see kind of what they want to go with. They have a couple more people up there. To be fair, Rise was recently on his mission. And then I believe Dr. Phil, well, yeah, I do know. Dr. Phil is in Abilene doing his Dark Doral program. So their availability is going to be a little scarce, so maybe they want to go that way. But people we haven't really talked about is Slamist, who's been phenomenal with Roy last season, and he's been picking up even Hero and other characters during the off season. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see what they want to do. And then you got Zion the Beast, right? The guy who is melee all day, every day, but for some reason knows how to play Ultimate on a really good level and is very read heavy. Played Yoshi. It's kind of mixing it up now with Mewtwo. But we'll see if he actually stays there. The time is now up, and we're gonna see what they picked. Again, I don't. It's one of the three. It's gonna either be Shook, Slamist, or Zion. Not a big surprise there. I'd be shocked if they go anywhere else. Yeah, and they will go with #4 Zion for their first pick. So congratulations to Zion. He's the Yoshi made stellar splash in ReBorn Gaming. He's the first Ultimate Series he's been a part of, and so he came into the league not knowing that much about it, but then comes back in and bam, he's the first pick of Dignity. That's gonna be a stellar pick. He's decent at doubles, and he's very good at singles, especially read, so expect him to move up. He was on an upwards trajectory the end of last season. Starting off, he started with Ganon, kind of made his way to Yoshi, and feels kind of solidified with Yoshi, and has a couple side characters I think he's testing out and labbing out. So we'll see how it goes this year, but congrats Zion for being #2. Pick in the draft. You have gone to Dignity, and I'm super happy, and now I'm wondering when I'm going to be picked. Next to the clock for their 60-second pick is going to be Majesty. Given what's already been taken, this is not a surprise. It's going to be Slamist. Come on now. Slamist has been a staple for Majesty for the longest of times. A lot of the other Smash players that have come on to Majesty near the very end of the 2019 season were brought on from his immediate area in Mercy Hill or in the surrounding community. So this is no surprise. I think this should go Slamist. Now, they could go Rise. They could go Dr. Phil. I mean, those guys are doubtful. I think Rise is more probable than anything else right now, whereas Dr. Phil's going to be more out or doubtful. But, I mean, if we're looking for consistency, we're looking for guys who are constantly playing. It's going to be between your Rise and your Slamists. I don't see anyone else really taking that title of anything else, but maybe besides Bread. And if Rise is most definitely back to stay, one may, assume that that's the better pick in that regard. Let's see what they're going to pick. And the pick is in. That is super fast. So we're going to see what it is. It's going to be revealed. Yeah, that's an easy pick, boys. Let's go into ranked 5 Slamist with his Roy. Again, no surprise at all that Slamist goes to Majesty. It was his first team. And it looks like it's going to be his solidified team moving forward in the major leagues for ReBorn Smash, for the ReBorn Smash Ultimate Series. That's a big pickup. He is phenomenal in doubles, a very good support player, and also carry, a hard carry. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does. And singles, he's one of the most unpredictable players you see in this league. So, having Slamist in as your #1 for Majesty is big time. Now, guys, keep in mind, the reason why my opinion, why I'm not seeing Rise and Dr. Phil is because, primarily speaking, is because of their tag of doubtful. moving forward. In fact, at one point, I think Rise, when we were discussing this, was actually labeled as out to come back, only to come back on the 2021 or maybe even 2022, if anything, but I think it was 2021. He was slated to come back, but you know, hey, things have changed, so it's a little bit wonky now, but we're gonna see what happens. Next on the board is Thanatos. Now, Thanatos is number 1 last season. Was actually quite a bit of people. It ranged from, they actually had fantastic teams in regards to doubles and fantastic singles players. You're gonna look at Taser. So Trey, aka Trey, Taser. You got Apostle. You got Disciple. The big three, and Thanatos. Honestly, and couple that with a couple other players on the side, and dude, you got a fantastic team. I don't really see that team changing all too much. We're gonna see if they pick up. Again, we have Dr. Phil on the board. We still have Rise, who I think finished 2. I could be wrong, maybe 3. I don't know. I think it's 3, maybe. I don't know. Could be 2. It can go any way, dude, honestly. And you even got Shook, you got Taser, you got Apostle. You got a lot of top 10 talent that's still out there, so you can go into whatever player you want, honestly. And so we're gonna see if they come in. Yeah, I don't really know what to expect, honestly, with this first pick. I mean, likelihood is that I would go Taser. It's your bread and butter. You know what you're gonna do, so might as well. Hey, selection's in, and we'll see what that is. We're going to see if it's going to be Taser or anybody else. It is somebody else. Oh my gosh. And it's going to be the second-ranked player in the league. It's going to be Rise. You see that, it's for out, but it is now probable, so it goes to P, that it's probable that Rise will actually be entering the 2020 Smash Ultimate Series. And so they just picked up a massive player. A little unexpected. I don't know why Rise didn't go earlier in it, but you're talking about a doubles player who knows his stuff, and that is him. And then not only that, but you look at a consistent singles player who mixes it up and has a good mix-up game, utilizing both Zelda, utilizing Robin, and a couple other characters at his disposal. It's hard to really pin down what his main is. I know it's not Robin. I know we put that up there. But it is, that's a good pickup, and, you know, hey, props to Rise. You're now on Thanatos as the first pick in their draft, and the fourth pick overall. Next we have Cerberus, and I think, depending on how they go, it's either Taser, that goes to him. I know you can say Shook is ahead of Taser in this regard, but, I mean, if we're looking at overall, like, singles awareness, which Cerberus has been known for, in the 2019 season, to have massive singles players and really show up during singles. You know, Taser's a good pick. It's a good pick over Shook. If we're looking at trajectory, it just depends. It's a toss-up. If you look at the history of Taser and Shook, it's been kind of flip-flop. Usually during pole play, Shook's done a better job. In fact, the most recent tournament at Last Stock, we saw a 2-0 win over Taser. That was very dominant. It was Mario versus a Incineroar, in which Incineroar's actually kept twice off the ledge by honestly fantastic plays and one spike as well. So it was a dominant showing, but again, that's not me discounting Taser. Taser is insanely good. Probably one of the best Incineroars I've seen physically with great movement, honestly. So again, they're on the clock. We'll see what they pick. I'm not really sure what they're gonna look for. Let's see. I think the selection's in. Let me check one more time. Yeah, selection's in, and we're gonna see what they're gonna go with. I'm thinking it's Taser. Wow. Oh my gosh. And they're actually gonna pick up Dr. Phil. Interesting pick by Cerberus. You know, it's not bad for like a team comp if you're looking at it that way. It's not good in regards to his tournament attendance, but in the offense he's able to show up to at least 1 or 2. That's a lot of points, and that most people don't come across. I mean, last season I think the max amount of, given the size of the tournament, was like I think 21 points in general going at I think Smash Open, which Dr. Phil won in singles and doubles. And so if he's able to show up for Smash Open, which I think is like in September, maybe a little bit later into October probably, that's a huge pickup. I mean, you're guaranteed at least one solid tournament unless he just chokes. Probably would have gone Taser on this one. A little questionable by those who are for Cerberus, but you know, hey, it's whatever. So to kind of review the picks that we got here for round one, the first round of Selection Sunday for the new 2020 year, you're looking at Prime Bread. Looking at DIG, Dig Zion. You're looking at Majesty Slamist, TOS Rise, and Cerberus Dr. Phil, or Sir Dr. Phil, for lack of a better way to put that. And that's going to do it for our round one selection. And, dude, that's a fire lineup. Those are some good teams already. Look at those are some good picks from teams. And it's going to be real interesting to see what they do. Honestly, I expect Rise to be at more tournaments. Dr. Phil's gonna be at less. It just depends on what you're looking for, and you know, hey, we'll cross the bridge when we get there. About in regards to who does well in the season. Now, guys, keep in mind that the team aspect is to kind of you know, again, promote that team atmosphere, the restructuring, all that stuff. Teams do not have to. Players don't have to team up with their other team members. They can if they want to. It's encouraged if you want the most amount of points, but if you feel like teaming with someone else is more beneficial, by all means, I'm not going to stop you at all. And so, again, this is to then start that conversation and really start off with a bang. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, we're premiered live, yeah, the chat is. And this is the first round of Selection Sunday. We're going to go actually to round two here in a little bit. We're going to give you a little bit of time to break. Feel free to discuss this on the chat if you want, or go on Discord, and hopefully this will spark some conversation as we are about to hit July 11th for Hard Reset, the doubles only, first ever doubles only tournament to kick off the 2020 Smash Ultimate Series. That's looking to be a banger, honestly. Even aside from the COVID issues, this is going to be an interesting year, and I cannot wait to see what happens. We got new characters for DLC and Min-Min, which is going to be legal for tournament this time around, just to add some spark to everything. And on top of that, we got some great players coming back and some new ones that are going to be entering as a rookie. So we got a lot of free agents even outside of Selection Sunday. They're going to be able to find their first team, be able to go into the minor league system, and be able to see what they're able to dish out, dude. And I cannot wait for those players. We're going to be a hot and spicy one that's crispy and all get out. So I'll let you guys chat it up. And we're going to actually meet in about 2 hours, or actually, no, I'm going to say about an hour from now with round two for Selection Sunday. Do not go away, because we are going to have a grand old time. This is Nate, and I'll see you at round two here on YouTube for Selection Sunday. You guys are awesome. Let's go ReBorn. That was cheesy. Oh my gosh.